case you missed. All right, so this is the week 6. Let's review the week 5 homework first. Last week we learned inequality, compound inequality. All right, so the homework part is about this compound inequality. Firstly, let's see here. Let's do here together and just take your homework out and check your homework, especially the long ones. Mark it and do it again in your note. I really like someone do just like print it out and make a whole and put in a whole book together, so you can review it anytime whenever you have. That's very good kinds of to hold everything together. So don't drop. I thought some kids just do homework and when I leave the classes, they throw the homework in the trash can. That's not a good way, right? Just keep it. And you can go back to review it. After a whole year finished, you feel confident you get everything, get each topic of the knowledge. And then you can try to, okay, so save it into the history. All right, so let's review here homework right now. Let's see number 9 here. Number 9, Max, maybe just join in now. Okay, number 9 here. First see here. So let's actually make it 2 inequality, right? First here, so it would be easy done both sides plus 1. We get 1 disappear, right? And then, so get a 5n greater than negative 25, right? So both sides divide 5. 5 is a positive number. So don't need to change alligator mouse, right? So you can see n greater than negative 5. So it's do like this way. Let me use different color. Brian, don't make noise, Brian. Brian, don't make noise. All right. So see the second part. Second part here. So 7n less than equal 14, right? Both sides plus 2. And n less than 2, right? This is n. So it's met this both situation. In second equality here, say n less than is circle here with the field, right? And the left part less than. So overlap area is in between these two. So n actually less than n equal to and greater, here n greater, right? N is here than negative 5. So it's in between these two. So if we write interval notation, we write like this way, right? Negative 5, 2, comma in between. Here is equal, so we use the bracket, right? Bracket. Here use the left parenthesis. All right. So in graphing, you can see here is the circle. 2 here, 2, right? 2 here is filled. All right. So see the number 10. So here is the compound inequality. Also have 2 inequality here. We call left, middle, and right, right? So let's do the transformation here. So 3 parts, left, middle, and right, all minus 6. So the middle part is left is 7k. Here is negative 6, negative 14. And here negative 56, right? And the 3 sides divide 7 at the same time. Divide 7, right? So middle is left is k. And negative 2, negative 8. So when we write interval notation is negative 8, comma, here, left and right, both parentheses. So negative 8, negative 2 in between here. All right, when you do graphing like this way, right? Graphing, and this is general solution, and this is interval notation. All right, let's see next one. Number 11. Here is the n. Yes, n means actually met this situation both. Need to met this both inequality, right? All right, so we see the first one first. So both sides minus 8 right? Minus 8, both sides minus 8. Both sides divide 8. So you got x greater or equal than negative 9, right? The second one, both sides plus 7, right? So both sides divide 8. So we need to change alligator mouth, right? Negative 8. Negative 8. Here it became positive 9, right? Both sides divide negative 8. Negative 8. So change alligator mouth. So x less than or equal to 9. So we write it here again, both of them. Met both situations, say x less than or equal to 9 and greater or equal than negative 9, right? So we write this way. Negative 9. Use the left, right, both bracket. So let negative 9 is right here with the field. Positive 9 is here, right? In between here. All right? Okay, let's see number 12. Number 12. Number 12. Here is all. Did you guys see all? All. This is not overlap area. Just any can matter this one or matter this one. Don't necessarily matter both. So this is all. Why? Keep it quiet, please. Thank you. First one here. Here's when we can use the both side minus 7. So go 2n greater or equal than 20. Right? Both sides divide 2. So as n greater than 10. See the right side. Right side. 3n less than both sides minus 3, right? Minus 3, both sides minus 3. 27. The both sides divide 7 and 3. Got a n less than or equal than 9. So you can see actually this one is all, right? So first this part n greater or equal than 10, like this field in this area. And this is all. And less than or equal than 9 is this part. You can see these two actually no overlap area, right? This is ask of all. You can meet this situation or meet this situation. So you don't necessarily find their overlap area. That's the tricky part. Like this part means n. You can see the number 9 here. Here means n. You can see n greater than equal than negative 5. At the same time, n should be less than 2. So you need to find their overlap area. This part is not find their overlap area, right? So it's any part. Anyone can measure this situation or measure this situation. Both works. So when you do graphing, it's like this. Let's write the interval notation. So it will be negative infinity to 9, right? Including, and we use the u here. And here is negative 10 to, I'm sorry, positive 10 to positive 10. This is bracket to positive infinity, and use the right parentheses. So number 12 will be like this. Okay. Any questions? Nope. All right, so let's move forward. Number 13. So this is compound way, right? So both sides, three sections, left, middle, and right, all plus 6. So you got a 3p less, greater. Here is negative 9, right? Here is negative 30. All divide 3. So you got a p less than negative 3 greater than negative 10. So when we write it, the interval notation should be 10, negative 3 with this. So negative 10, negative 3 is right here. So you just do this part. Right. All right. See number 14. Number 14 actually make it 2 all here again. You can see all here. Here actually breaking down have 2 inequality, right? All right, so see this one first. So negative 10 less than 0, both sides plus 1, right? So a greater than 0, both sides divide negative 10. So we change alligator mouse. Both sides divide negative 10, right? Divide negative 10, divide negative 10. So we change alligator mouse here. So it became a greater than 0. Okay, so see the second part. Here is all. So 3a, both sides minus 10. Minus 10. So you got a minus 15. So both sides divide 3. So we didn't change, right? So a greater than 0 or a less than negative 5. A less greater than 0 is this part. Less than negative 5 is this part. So here is filled. Here is not filled. So when we write interval notations, would be negative infinity to negative 5, right? Or actually is like this. And here is 0 to positive infinity. All right, so you got it. Number 15. All right. So here a little bit complicated because of both sides have the variables, right? All right. So let's see these two inequality separately. See this part. Okay, you can both sides you can minus 7n, okay, minus 7n, or move to the left, all right? Both sides minus 2. So you can see here is got 0, right? And here got 0. So here became negative 4n less than negative 4. So both sides divide negative 4. You need to change alligator mouse, right? So you got this one in the first part. See second part. Second part of both sides minus 3n. Both sides plus 4. Right? So here became 5n. And right side became 0, right? So n less than 0. Both sides divide 5. So here actually say n greater than 1. Greater than 1 is right here. And less than or equal than 0. So it's this part. Right? So when we write the interval notation is negative infinity to 0, including 0, right? Including 0. And 1 to positive infinity. We use this one. Be careful. Next to the infinity or less than infinity, never show our bracket. Always is the parenthesis. All right, number 16. Number 16 here. All right, so actually make two parts as well. Same like 15 one, number 15, right? All right, see the left part first. So both sides minus 6r, right? Both sides plus 5. So you can get a 2r in the left, right? Right part you got what? Here got 0, so here got 4, right? So r greater than 2. Or right part both sides minus 3r. Both sides minus 4. So you got a r less than negative 7, right? R greater or than 2, greater or equal than 2, or r less than or equal than negative 7. So you can say negative 7 is right here, including the left part, right? I'm change a different color here. 7 including right here, this part. And greater than 2. 2 is right here, including the 2, and 2 greater than 2. So we can write an interval notation based on these kinds of graphing. You can say negative infinity to negative 7 bracket. This is parenthesis. And what? 2 to positive infinity, right? Right? All right. Any questions? No questions. Let's move on. I'm 17. Same, similar to earlier. We just like you guys have more practice, to be honest. That's why I said some homework a little bit more than ever. So both sides, so see this equality first. Both sides plus 7x, right? Both sides plus 5, plus 5. So the left part became 12x, right? Right part equals 0. So x should be greater than 0. See the right part here. Both sides minus x, both sides minus 5, minus 5. So left part here, you got 2x, right? Less than equal negative 6. Both sides divide 6. So when graphing, you can see x greater than 0 is this part, right? X less than equal negative 3 is this part. So it's negative infinity to negative 3 and 0 to positive infinity, not including 0. So we use the bracket here, right? All right, let's move 18. 18. They are similar to 17. So have two inequalities, first and second inequality. So let's see first one. Both sides minus 6m. We try to make the 6m disappear, right? Both sides minus 6, make this disappear, right? So the left one in the first inequality here is 6m less than negative 11. Or see the right part, both minus 6m, both sides plus 7, so here became 0, so here left is negative 3m, right, less than 12. Both sides divide negative 3, we need to change alligator mouth, right, negative 3, so change alligator became greater. So m greater than negative 4. So both of them. All right. So when we do graphing, we need to say less than negative 11 is right this part. Greater than negative 4 is this part. Right. So when we write interval notations, we base negative infinity to negative 11 and we actually call all, here's called all. Oh, negative 4 and positive infinity, right? So actually this part is not challenging for you guys because so this is just do additional into the inequality earlier, right? Just make lesser 2 inequality. Right now you want to find their overlap part or find their both part. All means you need to find both part. When they are n, you need to find their overlap part, right? Okay. Other than that one, last week we also learned absolute value, right? Absolute inequality. When the inequality say have absolute, I think last week we talked a little bit quick. I don't know if you guys I'm talk clear or you guys understand well. But the basic thing here, let's review here first. We say have x, absolute x, will they greater than a, So you can get the solutions is x, suppose a is a positive number, all right? It's positive number. A is a positive number. So x have two solutions, right? X greater than a or x less than negative a. You get two solutions. Let's quick example. Say let's absolute value x greater than 5. The 5. So you can get is x greater than 5 or x less than negative 5. Right? You can get these kinds of two solutions. So let's first situation. And second one is when x absolutely less than a, this a is still a positive number, And we got the solution is x less than a and greater than negative a. Just like the solution is in between here. in between these two. All right, let's quick another example here. So x less than 5. So you can get x less than 5 and greater than -5. Try to find this one because you can see here, you can pick any number here. Simply say -4. So -4 met this situation, right? -4 absolute value became 4. 4 less than 5. -4 is in between -5 to 5, right? So if you pick 6, absolute value actually is 6. 6 greater than 5, so it's outside. So also should not in this solution. Understand? So that's very critical to remember these two. So when absolute value greater than a, you got 2 solutions: x greater than a or x than -a. When absolute x is less than a, when you open it, you just like this. Actually, inside this absolute value should be in between these two. They are positive and -1. In between the positive a and greater than -a. All right. So this is the very basically need to keep in mind when you do the inequality containing absolute values. All right. So and let me write down here one more time. So when x greater than a, so you got x greater than a or x less than -a. This is a is a positive number, because if they are negative number, definitely no, everything was reasonable, right? Absolute value definitely greater than a negative number. The second one is when they're less than a, you got a solution is x is in between a and -a. Of course, a is we consider is a positive number. Right, so keep these two in your mind. You always have the solution, get a solution quickly. All right, so let's see the number 11 here. So firstly, we consider this is a big unit, right? So absolute n, both sides +3, greater than 1, right? So greater than 1. So based on these kinds of two solutions, the examples, we can say n greater than 1 or n less than -1. All right. So you can see that n greater than 1 is this part, and greater than -1 is this part. Right. So when we write interval notation, it's -infinity to -1 and 1 to positive infinity. Right. Okay. So you can get this, right? So you can check one, pick any number in between these areas to check if they make sense or not. Something like here, you can pick a 5, right? You can pick a 5. Absolute and absolute 5 is 5. 5 minus 3 became 2. 2 definitely greater than -2. So it makes sense. So if you pick this one, can make it not make sense, right? All right, so let's pick 0. The 0 put here is 0. Absolute 0 is 0. 0 minus 3 became -3. -3 cannot greater than -2, right? So we cannot including 0 here. So let's check. You can double check. Something like you can pick the one any data from the right part. Let's pick -6 here. So -6 absolute value would be 6. Right? So O here would be 6. 6 minus 3 got 3. 3 greater than -2. So makes sense, right? So this solution, if you're not confident, just pick any number inside your solution to double check it. All right, let's go to the 12. 12, both sides with +6 first, all right? +6 first. So you got absolute k less than and equal than 5, right? So based on this second rule, so k should be between 5 and -5. So you cannot flip over. Important. Sometimes I see someone write like this way. K less than. Yes, in between the two. This is wrong, right? Because this one is bigger than this one and bigger than this one, but and -5 cannot be bigger than 5. So make sure The bigger one is right part, smaller one is the left part. Okay, all right, don't flip over. Do you see this difference between these two? Be careful, this is wrong, all right? All right, so you can get a solution is -5 to 5, including between these two. Right, so we write the interval notation, you just -5, comma, and use the bracket. Right, it is exactly here. So let's check it, just like we check it. So with 0, we pick a 0, absolute value will be 0. 0 minus 6 is still -6, negative less than or equal than -1. It makes sense, right? Yeah. Quick check it. All right, any questions? Do I talk clear? No. Brian, go away, Brian, please. That is teaching, okay? All right, let's move on next one. Raise your hand anytime, whenever you have questions, all right? All right, let's go here. 13. So absolute, both sides minus, Brian, -4, both sides -4, all right? So you got 8, right? So absolute n less than 8, greater than -8. -8, 8 between, right? So -8, sorry. -8, 8 in between. So let's interval notation. So let's see 14. Both sides -7 first, right? Make this disappear. So you got absolute x greater than 9. So x greater than 9 or x less than -9. -9 less than -9, this part. Greater than 9 is this part. So you can write it is like -infinity to -9, right? And 9 to positive infinity, right? Let's see 15. 15. So actually both sides plus 3, right? So absolute p less than equal than 3, right? So p less than greater than 3, this is -3. So in between here, 3 and -3, including, so -3, 3, right? Right. Let's go 16. So both sides -5, you got an absolute m less than 4. So we write m less than 4, greater than -4. So in between -4 and 4, right? So you just need -4, 4 is comma in between, right? So that's really much easier, right? Much easier. All right, let's move a little bit further, a little bit complicated cases. So let's 4 left over here for the homework. Did you guys have questions? Please bring it up, all right? All right, let's move on next one. 17. So first, we still do this, a minus 8, right? Both sides -10. So greater than 12, right? So we got a b minus 8. We see this is considered one thing, all right? Greater than 12 or b minus 8, less than -12. Did you see this one? Bigger than the bigger one, less than smaller one. Keep this in your mind. Keep this in your mind. All right. So b greater than 20 here, both sides +8, right? Both sides +8. Or b less than -4, both sides +8. So you can see length greater than 20, less than -4. So it's -infinity to -4 first, and 20 to positive infinity. All right, pick one. If you're not confident, just pick one. Let's pick 0. 0 should be not make this equality make sense. Let's pick 0. So 0 minus 8 is -8. Negative absolute became 8. 8 plus 10, 18. 18 greater than 22? No, not make sense, right? So that's why we're not including 0 here. So make it more reasonable. All right, let's see 18. This 18 have some denominator here actually. So when you do these kinds of situation, we try to make one side only show the absolute value. So both sides times 5 first, all right, times 5. 5 is both positive number, will not change alligator mouth, right? So you got x minus 4 less than or equal 10, right? So x minus 4 less than 10 greater than negative 10, right? So 3 sides became 3 sides. 3 sides all plus 4, all plus 4. So you got this part, right? So when we write interval notation with negative 6, 14, use the bracket. So negative 6, 14, they are filled, right? Including in between these two, right? So way much easy, right? Way much easy. All right, let's move on 19. 19. Both sides plus 3 first. So you can get an a minus 2 absolute value greater than 8. So you got a 2. So m minus 2 greater than 8 or m minus 2 less than negative 8. Right? You got 2 of them. So n less than negative 6, this n greater than 10. All right. So when we're graphing, so here negative 6 less than is this part, and greater than 10 is this part, right? So it's negative infinity to negative 6 and 10 to, I'm sorry, is it 10? Yeah, 10 to positive infinity. So if you like, please check it. Pick 0. 0 should not make this sense. So 0 put inside here is, so here inside absolute value here will be negative 2, right? Negative 2 absolute became 2. Minus 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 is not greater than 5. So we cannot include 0. So, right? So somewhat confirming our result is correct. All right, let's see number 20, the last one of the homework, I believe here. So do the same, both sides times 7. 7 is positive number, right? Will not change alligator mouth. So the left will be changed into like this, right? So 3 plus r less than 35, greater than negative 35. And 3 sides, minus 3. So here became 32, here became 38, right? So in between negative 38 is about here, negative 38, and 32 is about here, right? In between is filled. So it should be negative 38, 32, filled, use the bracket, right? All right, so homework part. Actually, right now we review these 2 of them. We review the compound inequality and equality containing some absolute value. Actually, absolute, just inequality contain absolute value actually extend of the compound value. I don't know you guys, did you guys learn this part in the just classes at pre-algebra 1? Have you guys learned this in the pre-algebra 1?
No.
No? Okay, so this is new part for yours. So be careful and please use your homework to review this one, all right? So let's take a 5 minutes break and come back and we will move to the new topic, all right? Sounds good? 5 minutes, come back 3:43. 3:43, 5 minutes break. Go have some water and bathroom and come back. All right. See you a little bit late.